Hi you guys, Latoya here. Welcome to my crafty space. So I just grabbed out this stamp here. This is the IO cling background. It's like the grungy one. I think I want to go ahead and create a card with this. I really don't know what I'm doing. I just know I want like a grungy background. So after looking at a whole lot of like Tim Holtz online and other things on Pinterest, I'm super inspired and I just want to create with my stash. So I just stamped out two backgrounds here just with some black ink. It's super cute. I'm going to go ahead and ink blend one because that's what I feel like doing as of late. I think that's all right. I have this Santa here that I purchased. I'm wondering if I want to do anything with him. I don't know. But that would require me coloring him up, and I mean, honestly, I don't feel like coloring. I think just because I haven't done it in a minute, I think I'll be fine if I do. I feel like I'm being a tad lazy. Just crossed for a perfect impression. Oh, that is awesome. Y'all, I love that. So I know I want him. What else? You know what? I was thinking of doing like poinsettias on the corners. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it on this here, but maybe I should. This is a close to my heart stamp set that I had to the side because I knew I wanted to play with it at some point. I just really like the detail on these. I love that. That looks so awesome. Perfect. I don't even know if I should fill that in with color. Like, I don't even want to touch it right now. You know what? I'm gonna do one in the corner. But I think I'll use the same one, just to use a little less of it. It's back. Send it about there. Honestly, I don't even want to color this. I'm gonna be completely honest. I kind of like how grungy it looks, but I want that red brought in. And this is the great thing about stamps. I can make more. I'm just wondering if I should go in with a marker or if I should just use the ink. I am going to leave that like that because I kind of like that a little splotchy. So, you know, now I know. Happy mistake-ish. And I tried something I probably wouldn't have tried. Glad I got that squared away. I do like seeing that ink color through though. And now to do this side. All right, so I stamped this out twice just so I can have one to color, which I'm thinking it might be this one here. This image is so cute, and I got this off of eBay, and I think it would look nice with my grungy background here. Now, I'm going to use some Copics, but I also have my Prismacolor I bought this set on eBay, like, not eBay, on Amazon. It was like Amazon Prime Day, I think like 5 years ago or something. So I have a bunch of them here. As you can see, I don't really use them. And I've been primarily Copic coloring as of late. But I think for the black on the belt here, I'm going to emphasize the black just because I don't think the black Copic marker will look as nice. So I'm just going to go over that with my colored pencil because it's soft. Black is just a really hard, like, Copic color for me. Now, moving on. Let's see if I can do this Santa some justice. All right, you guys, so my coloring is done. I didn't really do too much. I tried coloring 3 times with the Santa. So the first one I messed up on the belt because I thought I could use black. Don't ask me why. I was just trying it out and it looked absolutely terrible. So then I redid him, but then this time I colored his beard, which was a mistake because I did not like the gray tones. And lastly, I just colored him. I used a pencil for the belt and left like the white areas, and I kind of left the gloves a little light in some parts also, again using one of my Prismacolor pencils. And then I used Copics for everything else. And literally all the white areas, I just said screw it, and I left them cream, like the color of the background here, because I'm just like, I'm too done with this. So I love this image. These are both fails. I'm going to save this, whoops, this piece here, so I can use that for something else. But yeah, I'm a bit over it now. So, you know, always stamp more than once because you never know what kind of catastrophe is going to ensue. All right. So now what I did pretty much off camera because a whole day has passed, I made a box of ephemera. So if you guys don't know, I've been really inspired by looking at all the new products that are coming out by some companies. I did purchase some products after assessing my stash and it meeting my craft guidelines. And obviously my budget because, you know, we're trying to focus on a wedding. But my fiance was like, you know, you've been working so hard, like buy yourself something nice. I did just that. So there's a little haul video showing you guys what all I purchased if you're interested. But purchasing things does not make you creative. Being creative makes you creative. So I sat down and I created some goodies. Well, I used my goodies to create. Pretty awesome, right? So I stamped out this special delivery seal, which I know I already own this set, but I really love this seal here. So I went ahead and I stamped that out in 3 different colors, black, green, red. I pretty much decided to just do black, green, red for everything so I can just have those colors at my disposal. I also stamped out this stripe here because in my last card, as you saw, I used that as a piece of washi tape. And again, black, green, red. So now I can have that. I know I need to cut these out. I just didn't get around to it. Then here at my new stamp set, I stamped out these tabs from this new stamp set, which is by Ellie Studio, which is so incredibly cute. I don't have any tab stamps, so I was really happy to get those. And more importantly, I love these sentiments. They are perfect. These typed font sentiments, just amazing. I love them so much. And then I pulled out my Tim Holtz goodies. And I pretty much just got to work. And from that, I did 2 of every color. So I did 2 pages of black, 2 pages of green, 2 pages of red, and then I also did some heat embossing. So I'm just giving you guys a little peek into what you definitely should do to create your own pieces, your own ephemera, so you can grab, go, like I'm basically creating like my own, I guess, my own kit. So all of these are just so awesome. So I have all of these great things to choose from. I need to cut some more out. Here's the black. So I have out my infinity dies. I think I'm going to use this. Moment of truth after all that coloring. Perfect. I love it. I love it. And then I'm just going to make like a really small border all around it. I need something to span along here. I need a background for this. And then I need a sentiment. Now I absolutely love all of these pieces. I wonder if I want some green. There's no green on this card. I don't think this card I want green. Maybe the next one. This is so much fun. You guys have no idea. Like, if you haven't done this, I really recommend it, because right now, like, my heart is jumping out of my chest because I am so stimulated visually by like all of my pieces here. Like, I really am. I'm extremely happy. Decisions. I wish I had like a small reindeer and I can make like a oh, you know what? I might have to figure that out. What is this? I like that. That's cute. But I still want a sentiment. So I don't know if I want words down here. Let me see if I have a reindeer. All right, y'all. So I've rummaged through my stash, and these are the stamps that I have that have reindeer. This is automatic no, because Santa and the reindeer are way too large for the border that I would want to create. Now, the Cozy Christmas, this could work. For the border, possibly. It's a little big. I kind of want something a little smaller. As you can see, this is old. Now, man, these are photopolymer. Like, these are really strong and thick. So that's awesome. I don't have to worry about this being obsolete. Now, the only thing I'm worried about is I would have to do a little masking, because all I want are the 3 little deer here. And I think that would look pretty cool. So, let's see. I hope this isn't like a ton of work. And it's a bit hard to see because this is a straight clear stamp without anything around it. And I would just cut these deer, but I don't want to ruin this set. Yeah, I don't want to ruin this. Decisions. I just need 1 deer. That's all I need. Why is this so hard? I just want to make a border. That's all I want to do. I know I'm going to do a border, but what color am I going to do it is the next question. I think black will be fine. After this, I will definitely say that I'm going to add a small reindeer stamp to my want list, because that would be really cool to have. And this was ridiculous. I think I made it work, but it still wasn't really what I 100% wanted. and I was not going to risk ruining this stamp set, which I don't even think you can find anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and cut this down so that I can have it span across my card. Fingers crossed. Okay, so this didn't work out too bad. Still a little larger than I'd like, but I can deal with it. That's all right. And again, it's not the sentiments because I did not want sentiments. Now, I need to figure out outline for this. I think I'm just going to do black. Black here, black here. I would house this on black, but I really love all of this detail. I don't want to cut any of this, honestly, but I might. So I'll do that, and then I need to figure out a sentiment. And if I want to add anything on here to make this look more distressed, blend here. I think some ink blending using one of my awesome sentiments for this here, and then figure out if I want a sentiment over here will be fantastic. I might lift this up a little bit more. I just really like this flower. I hate that that's covered, but yeah. Okay, so I decided to do my tab in red just for a bit of contrast, since I'm going to have black stitching. I'm sorry, since I'm going to have a black matte layer. And this is why scraps of cardstock are great. I wanted it to catch the eye when it's placed here. I didn't want it just plain. So now the black can go into my box, and I'll cut out the red. All right, so I'm just going to do some distressing now. Absolutely love the layers on this. Just makes everything come together really nicely. So I'm just going to blend really lightly here. All right, my card is complete. I am so excited. Oh yeah, I got new scissors. Well, one pair. I need to get another. So this card was super fun, you guys. I loved putting this together. I just feel super creative due to this. It took a little bit of time, but I'm glad with the end result. A little bit of time mainly meaning because of the coloring here. Everything else I kind of just like went for it, and this is why like action is better than overthinking. So I'll just do a really quick recap on this. It looks so full of texture and there's so many elements, but I don't really see anything clashing. I feel like everything just goes together and I love it. So I used my IO background stamp to get this grunge look here, which was perfect. I played with, finally, these close to my heart poinsettias, which I love because of the way they were drawn. And I ended up, you know, using this fill-in stamp to fill in the image. And then I brought in my Copic for a bit of the parts. And then I had to use a black marker to fill in the areas that this fill-in stamp, I know there's a name for it, I just can't think of it, but this kind of went outside of the lines and I didn't like that look, so I used a black marker to draw lines to make it look cohesive basically, and that worked for me. Then I played with this Ellie Studio set, which is So super cute. So glad I have it to do this little Santa Claus tab here. I feel like this is off center, but I don't think it is. I think it's just my brain is just being really weird right now. Anyhow, the tab and then using the sentiment Santa Claus, just so cute. And I was hemming and hawing on whether or not I wanted the white stripe to show here, and I'm glad I did show it just because I feel like stripes are also Christmassy. So I left it in, and I love it. It just adds to the card. I made my own little border here using the reindeer from this Cozy Christmas set. Really old, but so far I've played with this twice, this image here, and it's, yeah, this was a great eBay find. I just wanted to keep the border plain. I didn't want to like overdo it, and I feel like I did just enough, especially with the addition of the sentiment here, which was plain, and then this tab with Santa Claus, this being color. I just didn't want things overwhelmed. And I also left it this plain cream. I did not distress it because I have the areas here on Santa that's white, just non-colored. And this tab here, I decided not to distress either. So I wanted a little bit of contrast. I didn't want everything drowning and distress blending. And I think that helps my card elements pop more, and it just gives the card balance. I used this Merry Christmas to You and Your Sentiment from this old Tags and Tidings set by Stampin' Up. Y'all, I literally just started flipping through all my Christmas stamps. Don't ask how many I have. So I started flipping through them just for like a really small sentiment that would just fit. I wanted it somewhere over here, and I literally moved this around. Like it was here, it was here, it was under here, and then I ended up sitting it here, and I was like, oh, that's great because it doesn't cover my whole poinsettia, which I really wanted to show. And it's simple, it's quaint, like it looks nice, and I like it. So I just stamped that out with some oxide ink, put it on a piece of black cardstock, and I used a die to just run that through. So very simple but nice. I needed a complete sentiment for this card because Santa Claus, you know, describing him, that's not a true sentiment. I needed a full sentiment, but I needed it small in size. So that fit the bill there. And then the Santa Claus stamp, again, this was an eBay purchase. I'm so glad I played with him. And that is my card, you guys. Yeah, so not too much stuff. You know, I did some cutting, did some matte layers here. I kind of stayed with the sketch. It's a little off. So here's the sketch. It's a little off because my sentiment is not within this banner here, and of course my banner is a little thinner, and my image is just really pronounced. But that's the beauty of card sketches. They're meant to be a jumping off point, and you're just inspired from there and just create. So I'm glad I used that because I do love this card. I did prop this up here, this piece and this piece. This is just flat. This is also flat. And I'm about to make more background paper like this because it's so terribly cute, and it just reminds me of all of the paper that I see on like Etsy and eBay, and like all the digis that I can't purchase because I don't have like infinite funds, and I need to use what I have and not just consume. So I will talk to you guys in the next video. Hope y'all are inspired. This was so fun, and it's so gosh darn cute. I love it. Anyhow, hope you guys do something crafty to make sure I'm happy. Talk to you later. Bye.